The story starts with a teenage boy playing a dating sim game. He hated the game and complained about the silly dialogues. He didn't like the handsome guys in the game because all the women fell in love with them instantly. Suddenly his little sister wrote him a message that she had a lot of fun on the beach vacation. Followed, he was angry because his little sister forced him to complete the dating sim game. He also hated the female main character, who seduced all the boys in the game. Then he got annoyed by the weird fantasy scenarios in the dating sim game. Additionally, the main characters in the game were extremely weak and he was angry because he could only beat the game with pay to win. Also, the main characters of the dating sim just said silly things that nobody would say in the real world. A few days later, he successfully finished the game and he was hungry. He wanted to go to the kitchen to get some food, but he was exhausted. Suddenly he fell over and he died falling down the stairs. After that, Leon woke up and he realized that he has memories of his old life. In the evening, Leon was yelled at by his parents because they were worried about him. However, his father's first wife appeared. Zola was politically married to Baltus, and she looked down on her husband's second family. Later, Leon learned that he and his brother were not allowed to live in the main house because they are not Zola's biological children. Suddenly he remembered his old life playing the dating sim game. He couldn't believe he was reborn into his hated game. 10 years have passed since he could remember his old life again. Leon knew he was just a normal guy, and he lived a peaceful life in the countryside. One day, Leon found out that he had to marry a noblewoman for political reasons. Leon wouldn't accept marrying a 50-year-old fat gilf. Followed, Leon asked why he wasn't going to the academy to find a wife as planned. Baltus explained to his son that they had no money to pay his school fees. Then Zola said that the marriage proposal is the most worthwhile. Leon didn't want to accept the marriage, but Zola didn't want to pay for his school fees. So Leon used his knowledge about the dating sim game and he got a plan to make money. Later, Leon wanted to put his plan into action and he wanted his father to lend him a ship. The next morning, Leon flew on a ship and wanted to use his knowledge from his old life to find a magical item. Following this, a huge flying fish appeared. Leon used a pistol and instantly defeated the flying fish. Signs then appeared, and he was aware that he had found the right place. When Leon tried to land on a portal in the sea, he was sucked into a storm. He couldn't escape the storm, and his ship was wrecked. After that, Leon woke up, and he fell from a tree. Following this, Leon discovered a secret spaceship that he knew from the gaming sim. He immediately explored the huge spaceship and a robot guard appeared in front of him. As a result, Leon used his pistol and paralyzed the robot with a thunderbolt. Looking for the item, he realized everything looked like the dating sim game. After that, he went to the secret room and he wanted to get a spaceship. Followed, Leon activated the huge spaceship and all programs started. Then he looked at the Luxian spaceship and he immediately wanted to go to the pilot's room. Suddenly a robot appeared that took him as an intruder. Leon didn't manage to defeat the robot, and he revealed an ID card. Unfortunately, Leon was not recognized as a crew member, and he was attacked. Leon dodged the attacks and he attacked with a thunder grenade. The robot was undamaged, and the robot activated a strong barrier. Leon couldn't believe that the robot could resist all of his attacks. Following this, Leon used a normal grenade, which exploded. Leon failed to defeat him, and Leon was captured by the robot. Suddenly, the robot asked him many questions and paralyzed him. The robot then said that they were created to destroy humanity. Also, he scanned Leon and realized that the robots lost against the humans. Leon hated the dating sim game and he didn't want to die, so Leon got angry and threatened the robot with a sword. Suddenly, Leon shot his sword into the robot's head and paralyzed him. The robot could not withstand the electric shocks and exploded. Then Leon heard a voice from the spaceship. He refused to become a human servant, but Leon managed to register himself as his new master. After that, Leon ran out of power, and he told Luxian that the world was from a stupid dating sim game. He hated the game and complained. Suddenly, Leon realized that he might die again. Then Leon passed out, but Luxian took him to the infirmary. Meanwhile, Zola was angry because Leon hadn't come back for 3 months. His parents were worried, and they didn't lose the hope and believed Leon is alive. Suddenly, they all heard a loud noise and a spaceship landed. Leon returned, and he had found a huge treasure. As a result, Leon no longer had to accept the marriage proposal with a gilf, and he laughed. The next day, Leon was happy by watering his flowers, because he was thinking about Zola's anger face. Also, he planned to build a spa and live a normal life on his new island. After that, Leon was shocked when he was granted to barony. As a result, Leon had to find a woman at the school of appropriate rank. Leon didn't want to marry a wife like Zola, and he cried like a baby. In the days that followed, Leon looked at the school. He was appalled that the women in this world hold the power even though he is a feminist. After that, Leon discovered the male characters from the dating sim game, and he still hated them. Followed, he decided to live a normal supporting character life. Suddenly, he saw a girl hitting the prince. Leon was surprised, because the girl used the same dialogue of the dating sim game. But she wasn't the main character of the game. Later, Leon was deep in thought and Luxian returned from his sightseeing tour. Following this, Leon looked at a book to prepare for the tea party. The next day, Leon asked if his friends knew some cute girls. They replied that they have no riz too. Meanwhile, the prince and another nobleman of high rank were swarmed by girls. Angie then showed up. She wanted to talk to her fiancé. He was acting cold towards Angie and declined to talk with her. Meanwhile, Leon decided to stay out of the matter. Suddenly Marie appeared, and the prince decided to invite Marie instead of Angie to his tea party. Leon noticed that usually in the game event, the protagonist is protected, and not Marie. Marie was happy about the invitation, and Leon was surprised, because the story was different from the dating sim game. After that, we see a teacher explaining to the students how to host a perfect tea party. Leon was bored and the teacher noticed that he wasn't paying attention in class. The teacher then tried to motivate Leon for his lessons, so he wanted to show him the importance of a tea party. By the end of the class, Leon was impressed with his teacher and he adored him. Leon's goal was to become a gentleman like his teacher, and he became his apprentice. In the afternoon, Leon tried to implement all the tea party skills he had learned. Then a girl showed up, and she brought many ugly friends with her. Following this, he was shocked about the girls' bad manners, and they insulted Leon. Leon's tea party was a failure, and he was sad. Following this, Leon noticed that the protagonist Olivia was bullied. The girls bullied her because she is a commoner. Leon actually didn't want to be interrupted in the problems, but he couldn't see a girl crying. Then Leon talked with Olivia and invited her to his tea party. Following this, Olivia was delighted with Leon's served sweets. Suddenly, Olivia said that his tea tastes delicious, and he was happy to receive some compliments. After that, Leon asked if she was often bullied. Leon knew she was being bullied every day because he played the game. However, Olivia replied she had problems with the behavior rules of the nobles. Leon cheered her up and offered Olivia his help. As a result, Leon went to his big sister to ask her for advice. She suggested that Olivia give the most popular girl in class some expensive biscuits. Olivia was shocked at the idea of buying the cookies, and Leon wanted to help her out. Olivia then introduced herself to Angie, and she appreciated the gift. Then Olivia asked if she can stop the bullies. Suddenly, Angie sent the other students out of the room. Angie replied she had no intention of getting rid of Olivia. After that, Angie learned that Leon helped her learn more about the manners of the nobles. Angie was impressed by Leon because she knew about Leon's adventures. The next day, Leon was furious because he saw the handsome faces of the main characters. Additionally, Leon knew that the nobles would use him and Olivia as human shields. When class started, Angie tried to reprimand the student Marie. Suddenly, the prince protected her and Marie said that she didn't want to cause the prince any trouble. Angie was angry and Leon asked about Marie. He learned that she belonged to the daughter of a low-ranking nobleman and was often bullied by everyone. Suddenly, the other high-ranking nobles showed up, and they told Angie to stop bullying others. Then they went together with Marie to explore the dungeon. Later, we see Olivia mining a crystal in the dungeon and Leon congratulate her. After that, Olivia tried to get to know Leon better, but he tried to avoid her. The reason for this is that Olivia is the main character, and he doesn't want to change the plot of the story. Later, they discovered monsters, and Leon said no one of the nobles will help them. Leon then used his Luxian sword and fought the monsters. Leon easily defeated all the monsters, and the fight ended immediately. But another monster appeared. Leon managed to defeat him, but many monsters surrounded them. Suddenly, Leon heard the voice of the prince and he was disgusted to see them. Then Angie also appeared, who was jealous of Marie. The reason was that the prince and all the high-ranking nobles were in love with Marie. The monsters then attacked, but the noble guys showed their strong fighting skills. They used all their sword skills and magical powers to defeat the monsters. Then a monster attacked the prince, but he smashed the ant with his sword. Marie noticed that the prince is injured. As a result, Marie used a healing spell to treat his injury. Then Angie was worried too, but the prince was angry because she hurt his beloved Marie. Meanwhile, the other students gossip about Angie. Then Olivia saw Leon was injured too. She also used healing magic and healed Leon's injury. Leon was amazed by her heal spell, and he unintentionally was rizzing the dungeon. But as a mob character, he didn't try to seduce the protagonist. Then Leon wondered why the plot was different, and he had the feeling that Marie looked familiar to him. In the days that followed, we see some girls who burned something outside of the school. Later, Prince Julius alleged that Angie had burned Marie's bag and textbook. She was innocent, but the prince claimed that Angie ordered her followers to do the evil deed. Meanwhile, Leon's friends were desperate to find a nice girl. They were desperate because all the nice girls were already engaged and only gold diggers or women with bad manners were left. Leon replied, he is on the same boat, and all girls he sent a DM on Instagram ignored him. Later he asked Olivia if she knew something about Marie. Suddenly, she thought that Leon had a crush on Marie, but he was disgusted and said he hates her. Then Olivia said that she tried to talk to her once, but Marie replied she hates her. Leon was thinking about her words, and he noticed some voice in the library. However, Olivia tried to stop him peeping, but they saw Marie with Brad kissing. Leon was surprised to see Marie seducing a main character. Later we see Marie, and she was a reincarnated person like Leon too. She planned to seduce all male main characters, and Prince Julius fall for her seduction. As a result, Prince Julius and noble boy Jik offered her to become her sugar daddy, and paying all her stuff. Followed we see Angie and her followers reporting to her that Marie is receiving servants by Prince Julius. She replied that she didn't care, and told the girls she wanted to be alone. Then Angie got angry because she loved Prince Julius, and he just betrayed her with the new girl Marie. In the meantime, Leon's sister tried to wake him up, but he just ignored his big sister. Suddenly she asked about Marie, and Leon's told her that Marie is close with the prince and some other high nobles boys. Then his big sister warned him not to cause trouble for the prince because he will be crowned the next king, and it will cost him his life. Leon replied that he won't cause any trouble, and tries to avoid Prince Julius. Later, Luxian appeared, and he was glad that his master seemed to be enjoying his life. Suddenly Leon asked for Angie's measurements, and Luxian refused to tell him about her measurements. In the evening there was a party, and Julius said that he will soon give her a Louis Vuitton dress. Leon and his friends decided to find at the party a girlfriend. Following this, they asked some girls to get their Instagram name, but the girls passed. As a result, they were insulted by the arrogant girls and Daniel was slapped. After Daniel, Leon was beaten up too, and Leon hated the arrogant girls. Then, Olivia showed up and told Leon about the arguing of Angie with the prince. Olivia told Leon that Marie was holding hands with another man, who wasn't the prince. Suddenly, a noble boy said they knew that Marie was in a relationship with several men, but he said, sharing is caring, and he is in love with Marie. The other noble boys agreed and said they all loves her and they didn't care to share Marie. Then Prince Julius said he loves Marie the most, and the other girls were jealous. Angie was disgusted by her fiancé and asked what he had planned. Suddenly she threw a glow at Marie and challenged her to a duel. Leon recalled the original plot of the dating sim game, and he wondered why Marie dueled in the protagonist's place. Then Prince Julius said he will be the champion of Marie, who will duel with Angie. The other nobles' boys said they will help Marie too, and they all decided to fight against Angie. Leon was shocked to see her harem, and thought Marie belongs to the streets. Following this, Angie was desperate, and Leon knew, duel she will get a punishment, and will end with a miserable life. Prince Julius insulted her and said she should prepare to fight against them all. Suddenly Leon moved to them and he said, he really frigging hate the handsome guys. So Leon volunteered to be Angie's champion, and the nobles were surprised. The reason is everyone knew about Leon, who was a famous adventurer. Then Leon told Angie to accept, and Leon became the champion of Angie. Also Leon knew about Marie's secret for being a reincarnated person too, because Luxian spied on her. Then Angie demanded that Marie stay away from Prince Julius if she wins, and the prince was disappointed about her wish to keep them apart. Following this, Leon tricked her, and he got the confirmation that she was saying the same sentence like the original protagonist of the game. In addition, they decided to duel in an arena, but the noble boy were sure to win against Leon with ease. Leon hated them arrogant faces and provoked them even more. Jik looked down at Leon and offered him to call some friends for the fights. Leon refused and replied he will defeat him with ease even without help. Then Prince Julius told him to be prepared for being crushed by them, but Leon wasn't scared and threw a glow at Julius. Later Marie got angry, and she showed her true color. Suddenly his servant appeared, who brought her breakfast. Meanwhile, Leon found out that his friends even bet on his defeat. He didn't care and decided to bet on himself. Later Angie told him to forfeit the duel. She was worried and didn't want him to suffer because of her problems. However, Leon said she didn't need to be worried and he'd do it volunteer, because he hates the arrogant nobles. In addition, he told her that he got a chance to win against them. Angie blushed and started to get feelings for the charming mob character Leon. In the afternoon, Leon received a special outfit from his robot friend, Luxian. Olivia wished him good luck, and he didn't notice that Olivia had a crush on him. However, in the arena everyone were cheering Prince Julius. Leon made fun of the students. Suddenly he saw his friends, and he was surprised to see his friends betting on his win. Then Leon's armor arrived out of nowhere. Leon's armor was called Arrogance, and everyone underestimated his giant transformer. Olivia wondered why everyone were laughing, and Angie explained her that Leon's armor is a lost item. Also in modern battles, highly emphasizing speed are mainstream. Following this, Leon got into his battle armor, and Luxian told him Arrogance is activating now. Leon didn't know what Arrogance mean, but Luxian said it's a word that suits him perfectly. Then the first fight began, and Brad looked down on Leon. He wasn't scared, and he remembered the stats of Brad in the game. Meanwhile, Brad showed off his awesome armor, and Leon was disgusted by his narcissistic demeanor. Then Leon wanted to use a sword in battle, but he forgot that he had previously exchanged his sword for a shovel. He was angry that Luxian didn't swap it back and thought he did this on purpose. As a result, everyone was laughing at Leon, and Jick thought he tries to provoke him. In addition, the duel of Angie against Marie started and their champions were allowed to fight. Jick activated his cannons and launched an attack with his robot spear, but Leon dodged all his attack with ease and he used his shovel to defeat Jick instantly. Leon was surprised about his strong armor and Luxian told him, if he used more power, Jick would have died. The referee declared Leon the winner of the first fight. Suddenly, Leon's favorite teacher applauded and he was happy that his teacher believed on his victory. Angie was impressed by Leon's movements, even though Jick's armor is specialized in speed. Then Angie started to laugh and said he is truly a terrible man, but she got a liking on Leon. However, Prince Julius was impressed too, but Greg was sure to win against Leon. Afterwards, they waited for the ref signal, and Luxian told Leon about the weakness of Greg. Then Greg insulted Leon, and Leon replied that his mother smelled like fish. However, the fight began and Greg used his powerful combat skills to crush Leon. Leon hated Greg, and he didn't like his attitude towards him. So Leon got mad, and he beat up Greg with his Optimus Prime shovel. Finally, Leon destroyed Greg's armor and he had a lot of fun by doing this. After Leon destroyed the armor of Greg, he provoked him and said Greg is weak like a baby. Greg was furious and decided to fight without armor, but Leon replied is not a fan to bully weaklings. Olivia was glad that Leon won, but she thought he went too far with insulting Greg. Followed the third round started and Chris said he won't underestimate him like his friends. Afterwards the fight began and Chris rushed towards him. Leon commanded Luxian to deploy the drones and he was ready to play with Chris. As a result, Chris was overwhelmed and he didn't like the fighting style of Leon. Leon didn't care about his opinion and said they all are weaklings and he insulted Chris too. So Chris got angry and launched an attack, but Leon broke his sword. Then Leon said he didn't need to cry and maybe Marie might take pity on him. Everyone were shocked to see Chris losing too, and Jick was the next opponent. As the break started, we see Leon's big sister planning to sabotage Leon. Olivia and Angie were worried and thought he is sick. He learned that his sister said he wasn't well, and he knew there was no way his big sister was worried about him. Leon said he just needed to pee, and Angie said he should watch his language around girls. Luxian then reported to him that his sisters attached explosives to his transformer. He understood that Jick was the culprit, and he wasn't mad at his sister, because she was most likely forced to do it. However, Leon knew about the exploded installed on his armor's back and his sister had a guilty conscience. Followed the next fight began, and Jick used a smoke screen to distract Leon. Jick was ready to destroy Leon, and he shot with his magic blast. But his anti-armor bomb didn't work. Then he activated the explodes with a magic spell, and Leon just waited for his attack. But his evil plan failed. Because Leon was unharmed, Jick was desperate, and he threatened Leon that his life is over if he lost. Also, he threatened Leon and said he will make his family pay. Leon didn't care because he recorded a voice proof of Jick threatening his family. As a result, Jick was furious, and launched like a wild animal an attack, but Leon dodged it. He decided to end the fight, and smashed his enemy armor to the ground. In the last moment Jick was sad and he wished Prince Julius good luck to win against Leon. Marie was furious too, and she couldn't believe that a mob character was so strong. Prince Julius cheered her up and said he will win against Leon, but she was worried and she knew the male characters were weak in the dating sim game. This was the reason why Maria forced her big brother to play the game. Following this, everyone were cheering the prince and Leon thought it sad that they think the prince could win against him. Following this, Leon began to launch his attack with his giant shovel, and Julius dodged his attacks. Julius withstood the attacks of Leon, and he said he cannot lose for Marie's sake. Then Leon asked how does it feel to truly love someone, because he didn't understand that sort of things. After that, Leon said Angie really loves him, but he refused and said Angie is just like the other girls. As a result, Leon said he'd just be tricked by her, and Julius was angry. He asked Leon if he enjoy himself by looking down on someone else and lecture them, but Leon said it's awesome, and he insulted Prince Julius because he said he didn't want to be born into royalty. Leon told him that everyone threatened ordinaries like scum and garbage. He was furious, and many of the ordinary guys shared the same experience. But Prince Julius didn't care about Leon's emotional damage for being an ordinary, and Angie cried, because she learned Julius really loves Marie. Suddenly Olivia told Julius that Angie loves the prince too, and she's watching the battle in such pain. So Olivia asked if the prince is still convinced that Angie doesn't love him. Marie was furious, and Julius said Angie just sees him as the prince, but he told them Marie was different, and he told her never to approach him again. Meanwhile, Leon got angry when he heard the prince's mean words to Angie. Leon decided to lecture the prince, and he called him a stupid prince. However, everyone were hating Leon, but Luxian knew he just played the villain to show Julius that he will rule a country in the future and can't allow someone like Marie to fool him. Then Julius attacked Leon, and he told him if he choose Marie, he will lose everything. He tried to convince Julius to choose Angie as his future wife, but he refused. As a result, Leon decided to activate his impact cannon because Julius chose Marie instead of Angie. Leon managed to destroy his armor with his final blow, and he was the winner of the battle. Followed, Angie said she will thank him later, and Olivia asked him why he was so cruel. Leon replied she didn't need to be worried, because he will leave the academy anyways. Later, Angie visited Prince Julius, and she told him everything she has done up until now was only for him. Julius didn't believe her, and said she doesn't even know his favorite food. Angie learned Marie knew his favorite food, but Angie said she still wants to stay on his side. However, Julius said he can't love her, and she left the room with a sad face. A few days later, Leon visited the Redgrave family. He wanted that his life to be spared, and his family not be held responsible. Angie's father was grateful that Leon helped his daughter, and they asked what he really wanted. Leon lied, and Angie's father got a liking on Leon. Then Leon thought he was being expelled from the academy, and he only regretted not spending more time with his favorite teacher and friends. Meanwhile, Angie's family was impressed by Leon, and they understood Leon is a very nice guy. Then we see Angie. She was ashamed because she got Leon expelled from school. Olivia tried to cheer her up and said he planned to play the villain at the beginning. Afterwards, we see Leon's father, who learned about the fight of Leon against the prince. Zola was angry at Baltus and slapped him. Suddenly, Angie appeared, and Zola was scared to learn that Angie is part of the Redgrave family. Leon was amazed when he saw that Zola was scared, and Angie understood why Leon hates the noble families. After that, Leon showed them his island, and Angie smelled something. So they were allowed to bath in his spa, and Angie was a little bit jealous. The reason is she knew Leon didn't like noblewomen, and thought Olivia and Leon are lovers. Olivia got feelings for Leon, but she thought Leon had feelings for Angie. Later they were very happy together, and Leon didn't notice that both girls had a crush on him. Suddenly Angie thought she was the worst, because she wanted revenge on Marie. Leon said he thinks it's a good idea and suggested an idea to her to get revenge. So Leon said the best way for revenge is to become happy by herself. Olivia decided to support Angie to become happy, and Leon was happy to see them smile. Meanwhile, Marie learned that all her lovers been disinherited, and they were losing their noble statuses. Julius and the other boys looked forward to live with Marie, but she was shocked about the news, because her plan was to live a luxurious gold digger life. In the meantime, Baltus thought they would be punished, but Angie's father took care of everything. Leon was also given a formal title, and promoted to an upper 6th rank. As a result, he was promoted to a knight, and he was allowed to go back to the academy. In addition, everyone hated him in the school. Luxian told Leon about the worst life of Marie and said all of the handsome guys lost their noble title. Following this, Angie and Olivia were happy to see Leon, and they invited Leon to eat with them sweets. In the weeks that followed, we see Leon preparing a maid cafe for the school festival. Then Olivia appeared and Leon said she looks beautiful. Following this, Angie appeared too. Leon loved the precious sight of two beautiful girls, but he thought he can't have a romantic relationship because he is a mob character. Daniel and Raymond enjoyed the view too, but Leon's big sister appeared. After his big sister began to command her little brother, Leon's friends were depressed and realized the normally girls in the academy are the worst. She explained that she stole a boy, and her friend had her eye on the guy first. So Leon told her she is wrong, and he didn't want to help her with the problem. Suddenly, Olivia tried to help, and Leon's sister insulted her. Leon and Angie protected Olivia and told her to leave the room. After that, Olivia was very happy that Leon was worrying about her. Suddenly Daniel and Raymond told them something terrible is happening. The reason was Julius and his friends opened a cafe next door. Then Julius greeted Leon, and he invited them to his cafe, and Olivia was shocked to see their expensive prices. Suddenly Leon followed Julius and he said he wants to check out his cafe. He was shocked and said the place is a host club and not a cafe. So Leon learned the idea for a host club was Marie's idea. Following this, Marie showed up and she asked if he is going to interfere her plan again. Leon made fun of her and made Marie very angry. But Brad cheered her up. She said she will show him that they will make more money. Leon replied that he will not lose. In the afternoon, Olivia tried to promote Leon's cafe, but the arrogant noble girls bullied her. They also said that she shouldn't be conceited just because she's friends with Leon and Angie. Olivia was very sad and thought she is worthless. Suddenly, a girl named Carla appeared and she decided to visit Leon's cafe. In the night, we see a woman who looked forward to see Leon. At the festival, Leon encouraged his friends. Suddenly, a teacher told Angie that the executive committee would like to speak with her. Followed, we see Julius' mother. She asked Angie to show her the school festival. Melly is the majesty of the kingdom and she was very happy to see Angie. Then she noticed that Angie got a crush on Leon and she blushed. In addition, she was shocked to see that the academy is even worse as thought, because the noble woman threatened the boys like scum. Later, all girls were waiting to enter the cafe of Julius. Suddenly, a group of arrogant nobles appeared. Later, Melly was excited to cause trouble for Leon and she entered the cafe. Suddenly, she saw a girl threw a teacup on him and she bullied Leon. She said his tea is disgusting, and she was very angry because she lost a lot of money by betting against Leon in the duel. Melly was shocked and Angie was furious. She asked the noble girl to leave the cafe. Also, she looked down on Angie and didn't care about her words because she was Count Offrey's daughter. Olivia tried to protect her friends, but the noble girl said she can't stand on equal footing with their. In addition, she said Olivia is just the pet of Angie. Following this, they both were insulted. Leon said she should go out, but she looked down on him and commanded her servants to beat up Leon. Suddenly, Melly stopped her and the noble girl insulted her too. Then Leon sensed a dark aura and he launched an attack against the servant of the noble girl. So he beat up 2 servants of the noble girl and his friends tried to stop him. But he didn't care about them and knocked out all servants with his super tea master kick. The reason of his behave was, Leon knew Melly is the majesty of the kingdom. As a result, she was scared, and Leon said she should prepare herself for insulting the majesty. Melly tried to stop him from making the situation worse, but he was ready to kill the noble girl. Later, Leon was scolded by his tea master, but he understood the difficult life of Leon. Following this, his favorite teacher went to prepare Leon a tea to calm him down. Afterwards, Melly said she is angry and Leon apologized. Angie explained her that Leon just making fun of her and he said sorry again. Then she apologized for Julia's actions and Leon realized she is super pretty. In addition, she asked Leon for a favor, because she never attended the academy. So Leon couldn't withstand her royal mommy Riz and he asked her to marry him. However, Leon managed to show her his mob character Riz and Melly was flustered, besides she have a family and is older than Leon. Suddenly he was attacked, because Julius appeared. He was angry that Leon tried to approach his mom and he told Leon to get away from his mother. After that, Leon was punished and the girls said he deserved the punishment. Later, Melly saw the cafe of his son and she was disappointed with his hostage club. Julius told her it was the great idea of Marie and she knew she is in trouble. Then Melly scolded his son for scamming the customers with his prices and he agreed to stay away from Marie. She was angry and said she wants to talk with Marie. In the meantime, Leon was depressed because Melly was totally his type. Suddenly Carla showed up and Leon said they are closed because he is exhausted. Carla's intention was to see Leon and he found her behave suspicious. Then she asked Leon to save her family and he was confused.